Finally this evening, our person of the week. A committed person, nonetheless, someone who was just going along in life until one day he noticed how much trouble other people were having.
Right from the beginning, this was going to be a celebration. This was going to be about doing what you really enjoy doing in life and have it make a difference for other people.
And the executive director of 2000 Love, Jonathan Clark.
Jonathan Clark gave a year and a half of his life to this event, and he pulled it off. The 2000 Love tennis tournament to aid in the fight against world hunger, held this week in Landover, Maryland. It was John Clark's brainchild. It was a major effort, getting the Capitol Center, getting free advertising, getting free television.
Over this past year and a half, I never said it wasn't going to happen. There wasn't ever a time when I said this wasn't going to happen.
And it meant attracting big-name players like John McEnroe and Andre Agassi.
These guys would make $100,000 a night doing exhibition matches, and they donated their time to come here and play for free.
30 all. The tennis lacked the intensity of a major tournament, perhaps, but it was no less entertaining. And it served a much higher purpose, to raise money for the world's hungry, $350,000 this week, and to raise awareness. Andre Agassi is sometimes known as one of the brats in professional tennis.
Well, there are a lot of demands that are put on my time, and when they told me that 35,000 people a day die of hunger, 26,000 of which are under the age of 4, gosh, that really hit me in a hard way, and I said, man, I got to do my part in making a dent in that statistic.
Only 2 years ago, John Clark was teaching tennis at a suburban club in Washington. It was this film, made by the Hunger Project, that began to turn his life around.
Almost everyone saw hunger and starvation as inevitable.
Seeing that on the video, it just woke me up.
What particularly impressed John Clark was the distinction the film made between famine, affecting 10% of the world's hungry, and chronic, persistent hunger, affecting the other 90%.
It seemed to me that the world was working on the wrong problem, that everybody, we were getting good at handling famines. We could ship the food over there real quick and feed people, but there's people who are living day to day with malnutrition, and they simply don't have the income to buy food that's right down the street.
So John Clark quit his teaching job and began thinking about how to organize a tennis tournament that would help to eradicate hunger by the year 2000. Thereby the name, 2000 Love.
Here's a guy who was not a world-class tennis player. He's a great tennis player, but not a world-class tennis player. But behind that particular skill was a very, very deep and passionate commitment to have hunger end.
Where this tennis tournament made a big difference is that 10,000 people attended. Over 10 million people watched it on television. It's going out to cable networks this weekend to tens of millions of people. And they got the message that hunger need no longer exist. It's no longer a matter of lack of food, but a matter of lack of opportunity. And you as an individual can make a difference.
As a child growing up in Connecticut, John Clark, like many kids, knew exactly what he wanted to be when he grew up.
We've all had visions in life of how we wanted our lives to turn out. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a jet pilot.
Well, that didn't happen. And while he never made it to a level higher than journeyman tennis player, this week John Clark clearly belongs in the first division.
I actually am in a place where I can provide an opportunity for other people's lives to make a difference. And for me, that's thrilling. I don't think I could ask for anything more.
And so we choose John Clark, a man who finds the suffering of his fellow man totally unacceptable. We hope he makes a bundle, because he'll surely pass it on. That's our report on World News Tonight. I'm Peter Jennings. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Good night.
This has been World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.